What's up, family? So I really didn't plan on making a part two, but I said in my last video that I'm gonna make a part two, and because I want these videos to be, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna edit it because, and I'm trying to make it a point because I was about to finesse. Like, I was about to make it do what I explained in the last video. Excuse me. But like I said, I'm trying to make this the raw, uncut, authentic. I feel like that will reach more people than trying to sugarcoat and friendly, like, for me, the tough love. That's what I got. Anyway, so I just made some food, and it's cooling right now, but if I make it to the 14-minute mark, I'll show y'all what I mean. So man, I rewatched the last video, and I actually liked it. Like, it came out exactly how I wanted it, because I just want to speak raw, like, honest, you know, from my heart. And it was, and it's like, it was things in there that I wish, like, when I was fumbling on my words, like, I wish I could change, but fuck it, you know, like, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. You cannot expect anybody to be perfect. Nobody is 100%, you know, all the time. Like, maybe you could catch somebody on a good day, but nobody, like, you gotta be a robot to really, like, stay on your A game. You understand? Like, we're human, and you know, we have ups and downs. We go through ups and downs, you know? And yeah. But there was an idea. So I said I was gonna finesse it. So I actually did make another video, and like, I'm not gonna use it, but I want to talk about what I was trying to explain into it, and I guess even explaining it, that kind of helped me, which, you know, anyway. So I was talking about, like, if you, within you, right, you can look at yourself as having different aspects, right? So, you know, you can kind of describe yourself in a way. So, for example, you have the ego, right? Your ego is the part of you that you portray to the world. Like, when you go outside, the ego is what you pretend to be, right? You have the id. The id is you. You, like, I could be messing this up, and I think it's Sigmund Freud that came up with this, but I could be butchering it. But I want you to understand, like, yeah. So, and then you also, dang, I don't want to restart this. So yeah, okay. So you have the ego, you have the id. Oh, I think that's what I was explaining. You have the ego, you have the id. The id is who you are, like, who you actually are. Like, when you inside, when you inside the house, who are you? That's you. That's your id. That's you. You know, your true self, the self that you don't really want to show everybody, because people will come for you. Like, people will have all the negative stuff to say about you. You understand? And then you have the higher self, right? Which this, I'm just explaining it. I'm using different concepts because the higher self and the lower self can be explained in different ways, and even in esoteric philosophy, you one symbol can mean many different things. But I'm just gonna use this as an example. So you have the higher self now. Like the higher self is the person that you want to become. Like the person that when you be the ego, when you be the ego, you could think, well, maybe okay, yeah, probably the ego. Well, the ego could be mixed with the lower self as well, because it kind of depends on where you are on your path. Which, all right, if you most of us are, I'm not even gonna say speak for anybody. The way I understood it is that the higher self is like where you want to aspire to be. Like you have real, authentic, character. You have real, like that's like that being the person, being like a higher vibrating person. Just this is words that I'm using to explain. Like being a higher person, you wanna if you want to operate in a higher vibration, because it's benefits into go operate in a higher vibration. First, number one, most important, I don't know what you believe in. I believe in manifestation, and in order for you to manifest, you have to be in a high vibration, you know, and yeah. So high vibration is the person that the perfect man, the man that wants to be the best citizen, the best person, the person that knows what to do, know what to say in every situation, right? That's the higher self. Which in okay, I'm gonna explain it in the esoteric way of where I got that from. The esoteric higher self, it's sort of the same concept. It's just that the higher self is you, and it's not you. Is you can tap into it, you know, and as well as the lower self. So like I'm gonna describe the lower self is now the or maybe it could even be the same thing that meshes, but I'm not an expert in this. I'm just trying to explain a concept. The lower self is now the person that is it could serve a purpose, right? Because you can use it. You can use it as like, because there's people that the average person is gonna revert to the lower self when there's like some sort of confrontation. Like automatically, most people are programmed to revert to the lower self. So you would want to fight. You would want to argue. You want to do bad things. You know, in conflict. You know, and it could work for some people. For me personally, I think it's better to take the high road, because the high road now is it works, serves you better in the long run. So if it, like, let me give an example, would be like if I say, if I get into an argument with somebody and I get into a fight, right? I could lose. I get into the fight and lose. That could have been prevented if I tapped into my higher self, and instead of fighting, I walked away. You know what I mean? And walking away made, oh, you're pussy or whatever, but at least you didn't lose. You know, at least you didn't get hurt. You know, at least, you know, you didn't take a loss. You know, that's a situation that happened to me actually, where I wish I would have walked away, because it wasn't worth it. But this is the thing where I thought because he was black, it wouldn't have to go that far, because this is back to the other video where I was saying most people is fake. Like, the guy acted like he didn't know what he was doing, and he did know what he was doing, and he set me up, you know, and I fell for it. And you know what happened, and it doesn't matter anymore. But and actually helped me. It helped me open my eyes to see that, yo, you gotta really, like, you gotta be careful of people, because people will really, like, just not resent you for no reason, and you not even, like, I'm thinking it was something that I would do, right, to provoke it. But if I'm not doing nothing, and it's still like, but I realized that it wasn't that it was something that I was doing. It was that they found something too, you know. And then now that I'm not giving anything, you gotta create it, you know. And that's why, like, I keep to myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna make up no lie on somebody. And if I don't really like the person like that, I'm not gonna deal with them. But yeah, I think that's enough of that now. I didn't reach my 14-minute mark, but I still think I'm just gonna show the food anyway. I'll be right back. Shit. So I made rice, chicken, and vegetables. I burnt the rice a little bit. The pot bottom, not most of it, but if you put too much water, it will soak up the water too much. Still hot. Can you see the steam? This is the first time I tasted it, but I don't put salt in the pot when I'm making the rice, cause I realized that putting salt after is better. Like, salt in that, yo, this is gonna be so good. I didn't cook with no salt. Oh, there's egg in there too. I didn't cook with no salt. This is hot. Oh, it's hot. Yeah. Oh, and this is the chicken. You see it? I know my food is not pretty, but it's sustaining me. And I forgot what I was saying. Okay, there's 2 cups of rice, a half a chicken thigh, 1 onion, 1 green pepper, 2 eggs whipped, and I eat 1 meal a day, and you know, it's sustaining me. So yeah. It's good. Yo,